The end in Minecraft needs an update desperately, and here's why. First of all, to get to the end, it's just kind of boring. And, well, not necessarily boring, but it's just kind of plain almost. I don't know if plain would be the right word, but all that you have to do is get ender pearls, and then get blaze rods, which you have to get ender pearls from killing endermen, or from chests, and then get blaze rods from killing blazes. And then you take the blaze rods and turn them into blaze powder, which for one, you get 2 blaze powder, and then you go like that, and then you have eyes of ender. And now what you do is you throw one of these, and then sometimes it'll break, sometimes it'll come back to you. That time it broke. And then you just like follow them for a while, and like wherever you throw it, or when you throw it wherever it goes, that's what direction it's in. So then you just keep going that way, like for a really long time, like thousands and thousands of blocks. And also don't throw them this often. You don't want to throw them that often because you don't want to waste them, because you're gonna need at least 12 of these to light the portal. And then like I'm kind of throwing a lot, like, and by kind of I mean I really am, like, for real. Don't throw them this often. You're gonna want to throw them like every few hundred blocks. Actually, probably more than that. Like every 500 blocks at the least. So you're gonna want to try to save these, so that way you can actually have enough to light the portal. And it's actually almost nighttime for me, so I'm just gonna fix that. Oops. There we go. Okay. And it's probably gonna be pretty far, but you basically just keep following these, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and find it, and then I'll show you what it does when you find it. Okay, so I have not quite found it yet, but I'm very close, because if I go over here, it points in this direction. But then if I go, let's say, like right over here, which is just like really close, and then I throw another one, then it goes back this way. So that means that it's probably going to be under this village. It is not always under a village, but sometimes it is. And it's pointing back this way. So if I go like right here, it goes down. See? It went down into the ground. And then this is the only time where you're going to want to throw them kind of often. And because why not? I'm just going to see what's in here. That's really not that good. And then once it does that, you're going to want to dig down. Just straight down. Actually, don't dig straight down. What you should do is go like this, and then like that. But I'm in creative mode, so it doesn't matter. And I'm in a cave, but it's not here yet. It's down lower. And I think I actually just saw it. I think it's right over this way. I don't know, I'm just gonna keep going down. Here it is. This is the stronghold. This is where you're going to find the portal to actually go to the end. So it's kind of like a maze, honestly, but you're gonna want to, before you go to the portal in here, so one thing that could be changed about the end, I guess that this isn't actually the end, but the strongholds, they're just like kind of boring, and like it's just really hard to navigate them. Like I'm completely lost right now, and there's like multiple levels. So I am just going to put myself in spectator mode. So don't do this in like your survival world unless you use cheats. There's also a trial chamber right there. Which, do these connect? If these connected, that would be really crazy. Do they? They almost do. They barely do not. Oh, they actually kind of do. This is the trial chamber right here. They actually kind of do. That's pretty cool. Okay, so oh, it's right here. Okay, this is it. And this one does not have any Eyes of Ender in it, but sometimes the portal will spawn with some Eyes of Ender already in it. But before you go through the portal, you're going to want to try to find these libraries, and here's why. So if I go back into creative mode, there we go. In these chests, you've got smithing template, the books aren't that good and the paper isn't that good. But then you've got that enchanted book. That one wasn't that great. You got another smithing template, some more books, and some more paper. And I know you might be thinking, why would I go there? That's not really that great. Well, usually they'll spawn with much better loot. So there are most of the time 2 libraries in every stronghold. So here's the first one that we just went to. And then here's the second one. And a lot of times when you're near the portal, there will be like a room with a fountain. This time it doesn't look like there is. So this one would actually be very, very hard to navigate. The portal room, this is called the portal room. The portal room isn't usually right next to like these cells. So, but anyways, I'm just gonna go into this library and see what loot is in here. A lot of times it will be really, really good loot. This one wasn't that great. I don't know what that map is of. I've actually never really seen a map in one of these. Okay, that's what it looks like. Whatever, okay. And then in this chest, okay. Yeah, the loot in this was really terrible. But in a survival world the other day that I was playing, I was in a stronghold with my brother, and we found a library, and I found a book that had like efficiency 3, or efficiency 4, sharpness 3, unbreaking 3, and like something else. I don't remember what the 4th enchantment was. But it was like a really, really overpowered book. Like, it was crazy. But I might actually have to do a part 2 on this. But then you're going to want to break that because these silverfish will spawn. They're not that strong, but like they can infest other blocks that they touch. Then if you like hit them, more silverfish will spawn. Or if you break them. And then like eventually, like one time when I was in survival world, it just became such a mess that like actually I was trying to like speed run, and then I just like had to start over. But this is what you're gonna do. You're just gonna put them in all of the slots, including that one, not including that one, but all of them. And then you're gonna jump in. And then when you go in, you just spawn in this obsidian. Sometimes you'll be encased in. Sometimes you'll be like out over the void. And then like sometimes you'll be like out over the void like this on an obsidian platform, and then you have to like bridge out. And then defeating the ender dragon, like it's not that memorable of a fight or like exciting. All you do is you just go around and punch these crystals, or you can shoot them. These cage ones you have to build up to, unless you're on Java edition. You can like shoot through the little cracks. And the reason that you have to break these is because, well, you don't have to, but it's gonna make it easier, because with these the dragon heals. So now they're all broken, and you most likely won't be in creative, but then you're just gonna take like your netherite sword or something. Actually, I'm gonna get something even better. I'm gonna get a mace, and then boom. That didn't do much damage, but I didn't really fall from very far. So I'm just gonna get up like really, really high, and then just like destroy this guy. Like absolutely destroy. Like drop down, and then boom. Okay, that was supposed to do a lot more damage. Okay. I've gotta do something about this. Let me see. Alright, I had caps lock on accident. Okay, so I'm gonna take this, and then I'm gonna go like that, and then that. There we go. And now I'm actually just going to put this back on and go up like super duper high, like insanely high. Like literally the health bar, I cannot even see it anymore. And like the dragon is hardly even rendering. So like really, really high. Like this is super high. But now I can just drop down, and I actually still have my electron. And then there we go. Okay. And then once you do that, you will get a ton of XP. Like 60 levels. Like that's actually like quite a lot. And then if you were to get a torch, then you can punch this. Oops. Okay, here's what was supposed to happen. Okay, what was supposed to happen is it's supposed to teleport to like a random place. So like when you punch it. Actually, hold on. Or you can like click on it. It teleports to a random spot. And then you go under it like this and place a torch. And then you can collect it. So that's how you get the dragon egg. And then don't go back through here yet, because that will take you to your spawn point. So that fight is not that memorable, like at all. So now if we go into here, oops, I thought that I still had my elytra equipped. You can either like ender pearl into here. You usually wouldn't have an elytra yet. So, because you get them by going through this. You don't just go through it and then you like randomly get an elytra. Also, what happens if, hold on, can you? Oh my gosh. You could not do this regularly, but hold on. You could like, if you were in creative mode like I am, you could literally break the bedrock around it and then put like, I don't know, diamond blocks. And then like this is just like, look at that. It doesn't usually look like that. It's usually bedrock, but I didn't actually know you can do that. But then in here, it's just so boring. It's just these random islands and then this purple stuff called chorus fruit that you get from like chorus trees. And then like if you eat it, it randomly teleports you. It's supposed to be like if you're up really high, then it will save you. But then like there's just randomly, there's like these things called end cities, like this and that. And what we want is this one, because this one has a ship. And then this one is like useless pretty much. Well, not useless, but like it's just like, it's really boring. And then like this is what it looks like. And then to get the elytra, you go over here and then you go down here and then you kill this guy. And then you would take it out of this item frame, except if I did it, since I'm in creative, it would just get rid of the elytra. And then you can get like some really overpowered stuff from in here, except usually it's better. If you break this, then you get potions. And then like by killing these guys, there's a chance that they can drop shulker shells, which I'm not seeming to get any. I don't know if it's because I'm in creative or what, but then there's just like these random towers with shulkers at the top. These are called shulkers. There we go. Now that dropped one. And they make really weird sounds. And like if you were in survival, they would shoot these things at you that like make you levitate. And it's just like kind of strange. And like, okay, for this one, I'm not seeing what I'm looking for. But in some of these, there will be like these giant spots in these towers. And they'll just be like filled to the brim with shulkers. But then like, there's loot right here. This is like the kind of loot that you get here. Like, it's pretty good. But now, I'm gonna want to kill one of these to get another shulker shell. I just need one more. There we go. Now, if you had a crafting table. Oops, wrong key. Crafting table. And then a chest. Then you can place down that crafting table, put the shulker shells like that, then the chest in the middle, and then you get the shulker shells. And these are actually like really, really good, because look, if you take a chest and then you like put stuff in it, and then like if this chest were to break, boom, all of the stuff just busts out of it. With a shulker box, now I'm in creative, so, but if you break it, all of the stuff stays inside. Why can't you just do this with chests? I mean, I guess it would kind of be overpowered, but, and they added bundles, but like the bundles kind of just like don't have that much space. I mean, yes, they're definitely useful, but you kind of need like a lot of them. So, because like in the shulker box, you can put as much as you can in a chest. And like, there's nothing really like special to these, except for like on the end of these ships, there's like a dragon head that you can get, like right here. Like that's kind of the only thing that's actually special. And then there's like these banners, but you can like get these just from like banner patterns probably. And then there's the end rods. Like it's just not that exciting, like at all. So one thing that they could add is they could add like a special ore called like enderite or something, kind of like netherite. And then if you had like netherite armor or tools, you could upgrade it and it would be like one step better. But it would be like even harder. Like even harder to find the netherite, but then you would have to combine it with like enderite and then maybe like gold or something. You can get or I don't know about gold, maybe like iron. But this is what I was talking about like the towers. There's these giant towers and they're just filled with shulkers. And then there's like more chests up here. So there's actually 2 diamonds in this one. So I'm not saying change the loot. Like the end cities are fine. These should definitely stay in the game. But then like if they also added like kind of some special like forest where you could get like a special type of wood or something. Or like maybe a special enchantment. Or like end cities kind of can be easy to find sometimes. Like in a survival world that I was playing the other day, me and my brother, we found an end city literally right when we went through the portal. And then like past that there was another one. To the left of that there was another one. Like all on our render distance. Like right now I'm not really seeing very many. But something that would be cool, some people might have mentioned this before, would be like end city like shipwrecks. Or like the ships like on the ground, like not with the end cities. Like you wouldn't be able to get elytras in them, but it could give you like a map that would take you to the nearest end city that has a ship. Like it wouldn't take you to one that's close by but then like doesn't have a ship. It would take you to the nearest one that does have a ship. But like it's literally just like these islands floating in the middle of nothing. And then like it's just so boring. Like there's nothing special about it. The only blocks exclusive to the end are endstone, chorus fruit, purpur, like this is called purpur, like all these purpur blocks. So purpur block, and then there's the stairs, there's like the pillars, but then like it's nothing really like too special about them. And then there's like the stairs, and I don't know if there's actually slabs. There probably are. Are these slabs up here? There we go, slabs. And then like the end rods, which actually do give off light, if you were wondering. Like, see? If we like came down here where it's dark, it does light it up actually. That was 3, but... And then like the chorus fruit isn't that crazy. Like the banners you can make, the stained glass you can make. And like, it's really just the endstone blocks. Like with the endstone, you can even just like turn them into these bricks, like just with a stone cutter. Like, it's nothing special at all. Like the shulker shells are really good, but I think what could be done to make this better is like adding some special forests or a special ore like I mentioned earlier. Or even making like the fight more exciting, because the fight is just so boring. Like in the game Minecraft Dungeons, which was made by Mojang, also, which are the people who made Minecraft, and like there's this different type of Enderman. I forgot what it's called, but it was like really, really ginormous. I think what could be cool is like if and there was like also kind of a smaller, like different type of Enderman that was like yellow, and then like you could just, I think what would be cool is if it were something like that, this giant Enderman that you have to first defeat, and then like kind of get rid of like the end crystals, like not completely, but get rid of like those towers, because it would be kind of boring. Or maybe those could be used against the fight against this giant Enderman. I forgot what it was called. I forgot the name. Comment below if you know the name. Also, comment any suggestions for what should be added to the end. Mojang, please update the end. But the last time that the end was updated was 1.9, and it is now 1.21. And all that they did was make the end pillars into a nice circle, and add the end cities in Elytra. That's it. And like, I know that it kind of added like a lot of blocks, and like the elytras were good, and like it just also kind of like removed being able to damage the ender dragon with snowballs. You used to be able to do that, which was like overpowered, even though I don't think it did much damage. But I think what would be cool is maybe there would be like this giant enderman that you have to defeat, and then after that, and the end crystal seal that, and then it unlocks like this thing underground, and then there's like these other yellow endermen. These are all from Minecraft Dungeons, but I think it would be cool to have them in regular Minecraft, and then they're each guarding something, and then they give you like a certain item or something, like a special item, and then they all drop a different one, and then using this you can craft like something special that like unlocks a room where you can like, maybe there's like a giant end crystal that like has a bunch of health and has to be hit a bunch of times and then causes a massive explosion. And then after you defeat that, after you destroy that, you come out and then there's like this portal that appears and then the ender dragon comes in. Like, I know it's kind of a lot, but it would just make the fight so much more memorable. And even if like there was something like another end mob, or like not just that, or like enderite or something like I mentioned earlier, or like even adding different end biomes just to make it look better. Like the main island is fine, just like I think that the fight should be better. The fight with the ender dragon should be better. So it could be so much better. I think that some of these features like this, or like a special type of like end wood, like end forests with like a different type, like a new mob, or like a different type of like mob from the overworld or something. Like there could be like an ender zombie or something. I mean, I don't know, maybe like a completely different mob, even like completely new. That would be even cooler. And then maybe there would also be like more structures where you could get other loot that are like exclusive to those structures, or like more things that are exclusive to the end. And I know that's kind of a lot that I've covered in this video, but it would just make it so much better. Like right now, like it's just boring. The end is just really boring. Like there's no reason, except for shulker boxes, or like if your elytra breaks, there's no reason to come back to the end after you get the elytra, unless it's like you want more shulker boxes, or you make like an enderman farm here, or even like respawning the ender dragon can get you like a ton of XP, so that would be another version. But other than that, you're hardly gonna be in the end. If there was like a new aura called enderite, or like special nether wood or something, or like new mobs that give you special items, a lot of players would spend so much more time in the end, and players are begging for an end update. And so many updates have passed ever since the people have been begging for a new update to the end, and I want one too, because it's just so boring. With these new features, the end could be so much better. Just, Mojang, please do something about it. Everybody wants a new update to the end because of how boring it is. If you haven't been playing Minecraft for very long, maybe you don't understand, but if you've been playing for like 5 years like I have, then you'll understand that the end really does need an update. In 1.16, the nether was completely rehauled. Like, is that the right word? I don't know. But it was completely updated and changed. Now we need something like that for the end. The overworld and nether are fine. The end, it seems like Mojang just doesn't care about it. But, it could be so much better. Like I've already said so many times. I know I've said that a lot, but it really could. I think that some of these new features could make the end way better. Comment below what you think also, because really, it just needs an update like the nether update. The nether update made the nether so much more enjoyable. Now we should have something like this for the end. So comment down below what you think should be added to the end. But that's about it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye!